Did any one of you, in the course of his or her work, happen to stumble into emergency cases where people came to him, usually your boss, telling you, I need it today, I need it by tomorrow. I have a due date yesterday, I'm on the plane tomorrow, I must have it now. No one? God, you're so lucky. Where do you work? That's not an emergency. This is a day-to-day fact. Okay, so do you like it as a day-to-day fact? Would you like to continue working like that? Oh, you're all saint. What can I say? I'd love to come and work with you. My presentation today will focus on trying to establish a more predictable working environment, especially talking about the PLM, or the product line interface, and the Marcom. By the way, are there any product managers here? Yes, I love you all, I want to tell you. I've been a product manager for more than 10 years, and I admire each and every one of you personally. I admire the rest of you as well, but I have a sweet spot for product management because I've been there. So, I would like to introduce you to the PLM, or Product Line Manager. He's a true juggler. The Product Line Manager interfaces almost each and every department in the organization. You can see here many departments, internal departments, as well as external marketing interface, such customers, partners, etc., etc. And he needs to do all of this in order to be able, actually, or to understand the market, in order to define the best product for the customers and actually ask the development to develop it. So, this PLM, like a juggler, you know, I'm sure you're familiar with juggling. When you're juggling, occasionally you drop a ball or two, even if you're the most skillful juggler in the world. And also a PLM, even the most skillful PLM in the world, will occasionally drop an interface or two. He has so many. So what's the difference? A juggler doesn't really choose which ball will fall on the floor. A product manager, consciously or unconsciously, choose whatever interface he will focus on, and whatever interface will actually be neglected or fall on the floor. And what are the parameters? As I said, it's not really conscious most of the time, but it mainly relies on the definitions of the work, the job definition of each and every company, and it varies for each and every company and for each and every PLM. But typically, one of the interfaces that is dropped on the floor is the PLM Marcom interface. And I would like to focus on that interface. When I was trying to think of a ball game that would describe this interface best, the first thing I thought about was a volleyball, because this interface really looks like volleyball spikes, where you get, I need this brochure by tomorrow, I must update the website, I should have done it yesterday, etc., etc., etc. Usually it comes from the PLM side to the Marcom side. And since this interface has many tasks that are product related, there are brochure, there is website, there are conferences, case studies, white papers, whatever you can think of that you do for marketing, or you can produce for marketing the product. This is something that comes usually between PLM and the interface. And the more interfaces or the more tasks you have there, then the more crises. So how can we change the game? How can we create a really more predictory or predictable work? I want to talk to you, I not talked about listening, I want to talk about another principle. Very simple principle. It works in every aspect of your life. It's a simple give and take principle, which basically saying, if you want to get something, then first give something. So what do I mean in other words? In other words, I mean a more balanced relationship. You know, talking about balance in work relationship, it's not really a word you would use to describe it. Usually you would use terms like, how should I describe it? But one way, not really balance, is I want you to do it and then you will do it. This is usually how you describe work relationships. So how do you achieve balance in working relationships? So the way to do it is to come to this person that you want to establish balanced relationship and offer your help. There is a beautiful term in basketball. I don't know if you will learn anything today about PLMs, but you will certainly learn something about ball games. There's a beautiful term called assist in basketball, which means basically a teammate, a player who passes the ball to another player who actually puts the ball in the basket. So what you need to do is to help the PLM put the ball in the basket. You first need to let him know how you can help him, and by knowing that, you will open a channel of communication between the two of you, the PLM and the marker. And how would you do that? How can you possibly help PLM? You have so much work on your own. Okay? You don't need his work. You don't need to do his work, but what can you do? First of all, be a part of the product life cycle. You know, each and every company, basically, a company is all around the product. So if you work in a company, you need to know about the product sooner or later. Sooner is better, more is better. So what do you need to know about a product? You need to know the product milestone. You need to know when is it due, when it will be released, what is going on. You need to be part of the entire process, not just get at the end, okay, I needed a brochure, it goes out tomorrow. No, if you are part of the product life cycle from the beginning, then you know in advance what is coming ahead. So you know, for example, that the product is released on time, which is very rare. You will know if the product is late, which is very common, and you will know if the product is very, very late, so this is also common. And then what happens? Should the launching be delayed? You would know it in advance. Maybe there is some damage control that needs to be done because the product is very, very late, so we need to issue something to the press, to the customers, have this product already been promised to customers. So by being part of all this fest, should I say, you know everything in advance. You can be prepared. You can prepare. Nobody comes to you at the last minute, and you are also involved. You are part of the product now. You're not just some subcontractors that, at the end of the day, get something to the market. No, you are part of the product life cycle now. Next thing you need to do, as I said, being part of the product life cycle, and this is very important, simple, just know your product. What do I mean by know your product? I don't mean it in the biblical way, okay? You just need to know, you don't need to know the specification. As a product line management, I used to sing the specifications. Everybody heard it, and wow, how can you know? It doesn't really import. It's not really important. What you need to know is basic functionality. You need to ask him, what does it do? You need to ask him, what does it give to the customer? What are the benefits? Why is it different from the competition? Why is it better? Simple questions, but you know what these questions can do, even to the most expert, even to the expert person that knows most about the product, such as a PLM, not to mention a developer. Sometimes these questions really surprise. Things that he thought it was really, very trivial. Of course, he does that. Of course, the customer, but why? Then you come, the little girl with the red skirt, no offense, boys, and, and he asks, why? And you know, this question, suddenly the world stops. Okay, I didn't think about it. And after asking why so many questions, then you know more about the product, but you know more about the product from a customer perspective, not from development perspectives. Well, this is what the PLM and the development know. Now you can represent the customers, and now when you come and create marketing material, you will be able to create them from customer perspectives. So customers can look at them and understand exactly what is the value proposition, why should he buy this product. And this is a huge, huge, huge advantage or a benefit that you can give to your company and of course to the PLM. So working together can actually enrich both of you, the PLM, the Marcom, and of course the company. So this is it. Thank you very much.